I'm back. Did you miss me? Hopefully, because I missed being able to entertain you guys. I've been missing doing these videos, missing these recordings. My voice isn't fully back, but hey, we're back well enough that I can talk and I can do a video for you. So I want to give two shout-outs. Owen Figs, hey, I know you just let me know that you were getting sick. I really hope, wish you a speedy recovery. Really hope you're doing well, doing better now than when we talked last. And Judgment Figures Wrestling, guys, check him out. He just did his first WrestleMania. Pretty good show. Rock was hosting. Oh man, this guy's lineup started with LA Knight versus main event Jey Uso. That was the start of his WrestleMania over there. Go check him out. I don't want to spoil the whole roster for you. I didn't get to do a predictions video. I did watch his WrestleMania video, and I didn't get to do a predictions on it. So, JWF or JFW, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Next video, I hope not to be sick before your next big, before you get into your SummerSlam, which I think you said is in June, coming up. So that'll be here before you know it, guys. Hey, our newest sub is Eli Gaming and More. He's already been super active in the chat. You guys have seen him out there, probably. Guys, check him out too. Eli Gaming and More. 3 shout-outs right here for you. Hope you guys enjoy. Today, we are going to be doing a Mount Rushmore video, but today is going to be a little bit different than our other Mount Rushmore videos. This is one I haven't done yet. Today we are going to be doing AEW versus WWE feuds. I know, CM Punk's WWE now. What am I doing with it? Bear with me. I can't use this as a match because CM Punk is WWE, Seth Rollins is WWE, so this is WWE versus WWE, so that doesn't count. So what I'm doing today is my fantasy booking of AEW versus WWE rivalries, matches that I would like to see that may never happen, but could possibly happen. There's the possibility of them happening. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to shut the heck up. Let's get into the video, shall we? Okay, you can go ahead and call me Captain Sassy Pants now, because I'm going to start with what is probably a banger, but this is my number 4 match, would be Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus the man, Becky Lynch. This is my number 4 match. It might be a lot of people's number 1. It's the 2 biggest females from either brand. I think this would be an absolute barn burner. I would love to see this match. Becky Lynch versus Britt Baker. I mean, this is huge. This is a WrestleMania main event level match, right? This is like the biggest stage style match, and I think this would be absolutely amazing. There's nothing, well, there are 3 more I think would be better, but to me, this would be an absolute incredible barn burner of a match. I would love to see this. I think both of them have been at the top of their level, and I think when you have 2 top level superstars like this, you know, everyone's already kicking around the idea of what happens if these 2 went at it. What happens if these 2 could get together and put on an absolute clinic for everyone to enjoy. Britt Baker is the top of AEW's women's division. Becky Lynch is the top of WWE's women's division. Now, Becky, they keep pushing. They basically pushed Becky into the Charlotte Flair role that, you know what? Hold on one second. Once I said that out loud, I realized this needs to be a triple threat. Becky Lynch is basically being pushed into the Charlotte Flair role of old, where she was just pushed like crazy, top of the division, blah, 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 Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair, Charlotte Flair. But this really should be a triple threat match. We should have Becky versus Charlotte versus Britt Baker. Now, this is an absolute WrestleMania main event. I think it would have been before. I would almost Fatal 4-way this and put in Bianca Belair, because she's been pushed a lot lately, but I feel like she's kind of, you know, had more of a little bit. She hasn't had the run that Charlotte and Becky have had, so I don't think she's really going to be. You could put maybe Chris Statlander, maybe Bayley. You could Fatal 4-way this for sure, but I really think Now, especially now that I'm looking at this, I think this triple threat match would be absolutely insane. This is an incredible match. I still think the Charlotte Becky Ronda match was good. I was never really wild about Ronda. I don't think she was ready at that time to be in the main event at WrestleMania. I mean, her name, she was absolutely ready by name and reputation. I just don't know if she was skilled up enough yet. But I think if you put Britt Baker in that situation, you probably have one of the best Mania matches of all time. That's just my personal thoughts and opinions, but this is my number 4 match. What do you guys think? Is this a good number 4? Should this be rated higher? Is this shouldn't even be on the list? Let me know in the comments. So the reason I didn't turn the ladies match here into a fatal 4-way is because my number 3, well, it is a fatal 4-way. I've got Seth freaking Rollins. So you already know it's going to be good, right? Versus Kenny Omega. Get ready, guys. It gets better. Versus Cody Rhodes. Okay, well, hold on. Here's one. Okay, this is where, for some of you, it might get ruined. But in my opinion, I really like this guy. I think he's great and deserving to be in here. Bobby Lashley. Okay, I think this would be an incredible match because you have 4 almost completely different styles of wrestling. It's very, I think would be very, I mean, Seth and Cody are kind of the same. You know, they're kind of the same wrestler in a sense. They have a different move set, but they're kind of the same style wrestler. Bobby's your big, slower pace, work them down. If Seth went into more of his like submission arsenal, I think this would be just an absolute killer match. I would love to see this fatal 4-way. You know, and I think Bobby Lashley is the one that people might sleep on here, right? Because Cody Rhodes was one of the biggest names of AEW, came back to WWE, is one of the biggest names in WWE. Seth Rollins has always been at the top of his game. He's maybe the most complete wrestler that's around right now. I mean, Kenny Omega is the only one who can really make a claim against Seth. Kenny Omega is an absolute legend. And Bobby Lashley, he's just not utilized well. WWE has a great wrestler there, but I don't know if they know exactly what he can do. He's done some bad stuff, right? Like the whole Lana, like stealing Lana from Rusev. What was that story? That was not a good look. It made him look bad. You know, it didn't help his character at all. In fact, I think that hurt him a lot. But now he's got the Street Profits with him. You know, he did the whole. I really, really liked Bobby Lashley in the Hurt Business. I thought that was so cool. Like, you built Bobby, you have Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. You know, the one is the veteran, the one is the young guy looking to prove himself. So you've got your, like, hitmen guys, and then you have MVP as the mouthpiece. You guys know what they did with that formula? Copy and paste the Bloodline. It's basically, that's what it is, right? Because you've got Roman and Bobby, who are basically your pillars. Then you have the Usos, which are the Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. And you have Paul Heyman, who is your MVP. So copy paste, you have the Bloodline. I think it could have worked well with the Hurt Business had they not given up on it. I really think that could have been, because you could have had Bobby and Roman in some very epic clashes, because they're both, you know, methodical, strong, slower wrestlers. Like, that's their style. They like to wrestle slowly, you know, wear down the opponent. You have Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, who could have gone toe to toe. I mean, maybe not as realistically, but they could have gone toe to toe with the Usos, right? You could have spun that story. MVP and Paul Heyman could have had some back and forth verbal battles. I don't know. I think Bobby Lashley's a really great talent that's not being fully utilized. That's my opinion. But anyway, guys, enough defending Bobby Lashley. I don't know if he would be the winner here. I think it's tough to see. I mean, oh, it's tough to pick a winner out of it. I don't think I picked a winner out of my last one. I think maybe Becky Lynch would be the winner out of the last. I mean, she's beaten Charlotte and Ronda in a triple threat. It's basically the same thing with a different character. Could Britt Baker be the difference maker? Absolutely, she could. But I think I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch on the last one. This one, I'm not sleeping on Kenny Omega. I think Kenny comes out on top. I mean, he was the belt collector. This guy's a legend, right? I think Kenny. Because Seth is going to be pretty occupied with Cody, right? Because he knows what he's getting into there. I think he's going to be pretty occupied with Cody, not really worried about Kenny so much. Maybe thinking, okay, Bobby's going to wear him out, and he probably will. Bobby will probably take it right to Kenny, give him a good beat down. Seth and Cody battling it out, and then Seth will toss Cody out of the ring, turn to Bobby. Those two go at it for a while. Then, maybe Kenny and Cody fight outside the ring a little bit. Kenny's catching his breath, recovering. Cody comes back in to take out Bobby. Seth and Cody work on Bobby, weaken him up, toss him out, bury him under tables, ladders, whatever. Seth and Cody just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And when Seth finally gets Cody and thinks he's won, Kenny comes in, one wing angel, boom, 1, 2, 3. Kenny's your winner. That's, again, it could go any which way, right? You could really do anything here with it, but that's just kind of what I would see happening. I think would make for a pretty good in-ring story. But let me know what you guys think. Is this a terrible match? Should I not have any of these guys? Yeah, okay, if I don't have any of these guys, then you gotta have some of these guys, right? Right? Is Bobby the weak link? Should I just make it a triple threat? Yeah, that's to each their own, right? Everyone has their own opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alright guys, if any of you have been with me for a minute, or even, a day, or since I started the channel, this should be no surprise to you. My number 2 is going to include none other than Finn Balor, right? You guys know I am the biggest Finn Balor mark. Basically, anything that comes out that's Finn Balor, I will own it at some point. If I don't already own it, or make my own customs that aren't even in existence, because I'm a Finn Balor guy. That's where I am. Some people are Paul Heyman guys. I'm a Finn Balor guy. But what if Finn Balor in the Judgment Day took on the House of Black? This would be, oh my gosh, I would love to see this match. Even if we're just looking at Finn versus Malachi. I think the Malachi character is so good, so enticing, so captivating. This is such a good character. Possibly my favorite AEW character. I don't know if I don't want to say that with confidence, because I know I'm probably forgetting guys, but Malachi Black may be at the top of my list of favorite AEW characters. I think. Oh man, now I'm questioning everything. Regardless, Finn Balor versus Malachi Black, 1-on-1. I don't know what kind of match I would want. Because honestly, I would want the rivalry. I wouldn't say, maybe it all ends at Hell in a Cell. I think that would be awesome. But the lead up, we'll bring out the Demon, and we'll get that sweet Demon unlock for Hell in a Cell. And you have Demon Finn versus Malachi Black. I think that would be absolutely epic. But the build up, the backstage attacks, you get Brody King and Buddy Matthews, along with Damian Priest, Dominic, Mommy, JD McDonough. Like, you just have full-on rivalry, like two factions that just are at war with each other. Guys, this would be so epic. This is next level Like this is so next level. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. These are two guys that I am captivated by. I think that they are very good storytellers. I think they are great performers. Neither one of them are the best on the mic, in my opinion. Uh, and look, I'm a huge Finn mark, but I know that he's not doesn't have the best mic skills. His accent is, sometimes annoying to people. I love Irish accents. If you have an Irish accent, guys, you're an instant winner. I'm telling you right now. If it's not your real voice and you can still do a good Irish accent, instant winner. Same thing with Australian accents. I love those too. They're very similar. They are very similar, but I love a good accent like that. Uh, so I don't think Finn is bad on the mic, but there are times where maybe I don't catch everything he says, and I have to like listen to it a time or two. It's like, oh, okay, I got him now. Because with those WWE mics too, it's not always 100% clear. But regardless, I think this would be possibly this could have been my number one, but you'll see when we get there. I've chosen my number one for a very specific reason. But this number two, depending on the day, tomorrow this might be my number one. I don't know. But I think this would be an absolute great rivalry, good build up. Whereas my other two so far, I think would be good matches, possibly good rivalries. I think I think the main story in the first one would be Becky versus Britt, and then Charlotte's thrown in there because she was the face of the company in the women's division for such a long time, and now Becky's basically kind of taken that mantle, so I think that would be a good. And then the other one, I think, because Cody, Seth, and Kenny all respectively are kind of the top of their game. I like Bobby Lashley. I don't think Bobby Lashley is utilized the way he should be, because I think he could very well be one of the faces of WWE the way that Cody and Seth are. So regardless, I think this one would just be a good long rivalry. The other two maybe have like short 3-month rivalries. This should be a year, 6 months to a year in the making, brewing, building, finally all ending at or SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell or SummerSlam. I think either one of those would be great ways to end it. But anyway, that's my number two. Are you guys on board with that? Does that sound good to you? Let me know in the comments. If you guys have stuck with me so far, I would assume that means you're enjoying the video, you're enjoying the content here. If you are and you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. It's free to do. You get free videos. Last week I wasn't able to because I was sick, but I try to do about 2 to 3 videos a week. That's my plan. That's the new schedule going forward. We're going to try and do 2 to 3 videos a week. We've got some March Madness stuff coming up. I don't want to spoil it too much, but I think you guys are really going to enjoy the stuff we have coming up here. So March Madness stuff is coming real soon to you. Please subscribe. That way you don't miss anything, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Now, with that being said, let's get into my number one AEW versus WWE rivalries. I think that I would like to see happen, but may never happen. I guess we will see. What if I took the biggest mouthpiece of one company, MJF, and I wanted to match his big mouth with another large mouthpiece who is getting older but still just has a mouth on him and can go in the ring, The Miz. These are two of my favorite performers of all time. I love MJF. I'm captivated every time he comes onto the screen because you never know what he's going to say. Tony Khan never knows what he's going to say. And then The Miz is just incredible he may be the best person with a microphone. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He may be the number one best person with a microphone. Really hard to sway me otherwise that he's not the best. You've got guys like Seth Rollins who are good. You've got guys like John Cena who are good. even great and amazing, I would say. Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, really good. You've got guys who are really, really good, but Miz is consistently good and he's good under pressure. When things don't go his way, he is really, really spot on. And that's where I think The Miz versus MVP convinced me otherwise. I think this would be the number one best rivalry between AEW and WWE today. As far as figures that I have, figures that I don't have, I can't, if they haven't made a figure of a character yet, I can't really do anything with it. I don't have an LA Knight figure because I would love to triple threat this with maybe LA Knight and possibly Chris Jericho. I just don't know if Chris Jericho can go like that anymore. I don't think he'd keep up in this match. Yeah, I don't know if Miz will be able to keep up in this match, but I still think this would be an amazing match. Hey guys, that's my number one. We've got Miz and MJF. Number two, Finn Balor versus Malachi Black. Number three, the Fatal 4-Way with Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins. And my number four, triple threat with Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Britt Baker, DMD. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did I miss anyone? If I did, I'm sorry. I probably just don't have a figure of them. If I do have a figure of them and I missed them, I could just be stupid. There's that possibility as well. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye!